Yeah, good morning, Madam Manaji Armstrong. Good morning, Mr. Ochon. Good morning. All right.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma. So it's a brand new
Yeah,
day.
welcome.
Thank you. And today is a very fantastic one because we have a very important economic event which is expected to lead to volatility in the market and which we will be trading. This morning by 9:45 a.m. to start with, there will be the ECB President Lagarde speech. ECB stands for the European Central Bank. The European Central Bank will give central bank president will give a speech by 9:45 a.m. this morning, and this is expected to impact upon the euro pairs. And I'll show you the specific euro pair that we can look out for. Even though usually we don't trade speeches, but if the news goes in line with the setup I'm seeing, there will be some trading opportunities on that specific euro pair. And by today, 1:30 p.m., we're going to have the main event, the main fundamental event for the day, which is the CPI. Now, there are three variations of the CPI. We have the core CPI, the CPI, and sorry, the core CPI monthly, the CPI monthly, and the CPI yearly. All of them will be released simultaneously by 1:30 p.m. So, like I've been saying since Monday, please take notes. The daylight savings setting has changed. So our time now on the chart, sorry, on the platform has reverted to the old time. Market now opens 10 p.m. in the night. So that means that news event from the United States will be coming up by 1:30 p.m. going forward till October ending this year. So it's no longer 2:30. So news trading for today will start by 1:15 p.m., not 2:15. So let's take note of those changes so that we don't miss out on the timing for this event. So once again, by 1:30 p.m., there will be the all CPI yearly, and the CPI monthly. But we'll start the analysis by 1:15 p.m. So let's take note of that so that we don't miss out on the time. It's 1:15 p.m., not 2:15 p.m. as we've been doing earlier. And by 2:45 p.m., there'll be Bank of Canada rate statement. Yes, this is also going to have a lot of impact on the Canadian pairs. And I'll just show you the technicals of all these pairs so that we can plan ahead for them also. So 2:45 p.m., there'll be BOC rate statement, overnight rate, and by 3:30 p.m., there'll be Bank of Canada press conference. Now, I wouldn't want to talk about the dollar because, as in the CPI, that will be left for the analysis in the afternoon. You get a clearer picture of where the dollar is going by then. So I'm going to focus on technicals, which actually is around the Canadian dollar. That's what technical I'll be showing this morning is all about. And that's actually what's in the markets. So I'm going to flip over now to my chart to show you my view across the Canadian dollar pairs that I can clearly see a lot of setup this morning. So I have four set of shares on the Canadian dollar. Two are intraday and two are swing. I'll start with the Euro card and the GBP card. These are the two I'll start with. Now, what I have on the screen is the GBP card. Now, there is a lot of strength in the Canadian dollar today. And that's because, there's been a lot of back and forth between Canada and the United States in the last couple of weeks. US has threatened to impose a 25% tariff on Canada. Canadian government has responded with, their own tariff back to the US. And at the beginning of the week, I think the mayor of Ontario, or the head of the president of Ontario. Now, Ontario, Canada is one of the major providers of electricity to some states in the United States, some states in the United States of America. And without them, those states will actually be in blackout. So they are already threatening also to impose a 25% tax on electricity to those states. And that person, I think maybe he's a governor, I don't know what they call them. So he was saying that because I watched the video, it was telling the American people that this attack is not directed at the Americans, because to them, Americans are their friends and their neighbor. But it has become necessary because the government of America, seems not to be friendly with Canada at this point in time. So it's targeted at the government, but to be honest, it's the people that will bear the brunt, because it means that the people in the United States will now pay more for electricity compared, to to the 4. So that's the latest from Canada. And because of that event, America is not even Mexico too is attacking back. So Donald Trump is beginning to calm down on all these harassment of imposing tax everywhere. He's trying to calm down, trying to review things for Canada. So that has led to some strength in the Canadian dollar. It has led to some strength in the Canadian dollar. So what I'm seeing here, and also coupled with the fact that there will be a speech by the central bank governor of the European Central Bank, sorry, pardon me, not European, coupled with the fact that there's going to be uh, rate statements, by 2:45 p.m. This is what I'm seeing currently on the charts for the Canadian dollar. On the 1 hour time frame, I'm seeing a rising wedge pattern, which is touching the tip of a bigger rising wedge, which you can see right from the weekly time frame. So I hold a bearish outlook on the euro, sorry, on the GBP card, and even yes, the euro card, on the GBP card and the euro card. But this is the GBP card. I'm anticipating a breakout of price downwards if the speeches that will come in, from that statement will if it's bad, yeah, if it's bad for the card, we could see some downward movement on the. Sorry, if it's good, rather, pardon me. If it's good for the card, then we will see some downward movement on the GP card. If it's good for the card, I decide that we'll have some, bearish movement on the GBP card. So technically, I'm bearish on the GBP card, and like I said, I'm equally bearish on the Euro card. Euro card is equally bearish on the 1 hour. This Euro card on the monthly time frame, price is just trading at the resistance level on the weekly time frame, and you can see price hit that resistance and it's trying to form a kind of a reversal. So again, if the news comes out, good for the card, that will also lead to a bearish breakout on the Euro card. So both GBP card and Euro card on 1 hour time frame, they are looking really, really bearish. There's a lot of news event today, so I will advise you technicals as much as possible if you can stay up. The reason why I'm sharing this is because it's also in line with the fact that there's fundamental ahead. So we're bearish on both the GBP card and the Euro card. Now for AUD card, I've shared this, I think right from the beginning of the week, I still maintain my bearish outlook, even though the market is not, it's really kind of ranging, but it's evolving into a bearish setup just in line with the other card pairs. This is the AUD card. We have a resistance. I think I mentioned this yesterday afternoon. So we have a resistance on the daily time frame with a trend line, a rejection candle, a copy of this back, and all of them is forming the confluence at that. And if you move it back to down to the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing a formation that is looking more by the day like a head and shoulder, which is expected to, break out downwards, just like what we have on the GBP card and the Euro card. However, this one is on 4 hour. It's more of a kind of swing. All things being equal, if price is able to break out below this trend line, definitely have shoulder, the head, second shoulder, and a breakout. But like I said, this is 4 hours. It's only for those who might be interested in swing trading. And similarly, we have the same pattern on New Zealand card. Like I always say, New Zealand and AUD, they always behave, most of the time they behave the same way. They have the same because they are said to be positively correlated, meaning they go in the same direction most of the time. So for the New Zealand card, it's having similar pattern with what we have on the AUD card. There's a resistance zone around here. the rejection candle also, because we don't have a trend line like we see on the AUD card and for 4 hour. But this one is clearer than that AUD card. It's clearer as forming a head and shoulder. We are anticipating a bearish breakout. We can draw a trend line here and another one at the back to clearly show us we have a rising wedge. So this actually is a much more clearer setup. But either ways, for these four pairs, we're expecting a bearish breakout. So you can either choose to do the intraday if that is what suits you. If it's in that intraday setup, you want to do selling the GP card or the Euro card. Now, don't forget there's going to be a Euro news, by 9:45 a.m. That's roughly like 2 hours from now. Now, if the news comes out bad for the Euro, then the Euro card will start moving. And later in the day, when the news on the card comes out good for the card, it will lead to further bearish breakout. So that's where the Euro, and the card in the news today is very sensitive for the Euro card. A bad report for the Euro, a good report for the card will lead to a bearish breakout on the Euro card. Let me go back there so that I can show us better. Apologies, network glitch, I'm back. So like I was trying to show us, if the news on Euro comes out bad for the Euro, the news by 9:45, this instrument will drop, maybe a little. But later in the day, by around 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m., if the news from Canada comes out good for the Canadian dollar, it will drop further. So this Euro card is an instrument to watch out for today. A bad report from Euro, a good report from Canada will lead to a bearish breakout. So if you're there, you want to trade this on 1 hour, then you can just watch out for this. And if it's GP card, you want to trade on 1 hour also, you can do the same. The AUD card and New Zealand card, they are purely swing. So if you're not doing swing trading, just don't bother about them. All right, so that'll be all from me this morning. Don't forget, CPI comes up by 1:30 p.m. It's a major event for the day, and we're trading it live. You can still reach out to your account manager now to fund your account so that it can be a part of that trading event by 1:30 p.m. today. We are going live by 1:15. 1:30 is when Forex Factory will release the data. So it's important to join us exactly 1:15 so that it can be a part of the analysis and so that it can take down the signal and post it on time. So let's take note of that. All right, I'll take a few questions. Onyi is asking me to check Euro USD. Like I said, I don't want to talk much about the dollar instruments now because the dollar itself is not too stable. Then we'll get a clearer view. We may get a clearer view in the afternoon, as we approach the CPI. But I won't. Okay, let me just oblige you. Is it that you have a running trade? Let me know that it's because you are having a running trade on it. That's for only. Do you have a running trade on Euro USD? Only can you respond to that, please? Is it a new setup you're looking for, or you have a running trade? Okay, I'm not getting the feedback, but currently Euro USD is trading around the resistance level on the daily time frame. So technically, we may be looking at an opportunity for price to drop. That's what is available technically. Though we don't know the direction the CPI will take. So that's why I said whatever analysis on dollar now, to be honest, I don't want to give it. CPI is the decider of how the market is going to move dollar base today. So if I give you any setup now, it's just a temporary one. It may or may not work out. CPI, the fundamental will override at the end of the day. Same thing for gold. I don't want to talk about gold. Dollar is what we determine. So I'll talk about NAS 100 and BTC. On buy trade on NAS 100. Okay, that's Madam Aji. All right, so I'm looking at NAS 100 and BTC.
Sorry, sir, I don't
I'm with you, man.
know. What did you say about Euro USD? Sorry, sir, I didn't.
It's trading
Euro
around it's
USD.
trading
Euro
around
USD.
yeah, it's trading around the resistance level. But like I
Okay,
said,
sir.
I don't want to give much view on it because you see, it's still the CPI that will determine what's going to happen to that instrument. So if I tell you it's going to sell, it may buy when CPI comes. Fundamentals override technical, So CPI is still the decider of what happens to the dollar. That's why I said I don't want to talk about any dollar instrument. I don't want to give you any analysis because it's the dollar that will determine what will happen to it, when the news is released by 1:30. So it may just go and enter a sell and just comes out as
Thank
a
you
buy.
very much.
It turns around. Okay, so this is a last 100. I'm trying to check from the weekly time frame if there is a corresponding support. Okay, I found one. Okay, good. We have a trend line, at least price is expected to bounce off this trend line. Price is making a series of higher lows, higher lows. Then we have a third one here. Technically, we should see a bounce. And also, in addition to that, the candle for yesterday closed as a rejection candle. Yeah, technically, we should, since you're already on a buy, well, technically, we should have a bullish movement on as long as just make sure you practice proper risk management with the trade because, like I said, the CPI in the afternoon. So, yeah, your direction is correct. It's correct on as well.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and finally, I'll look at BTC USD. Okay. I was sharing something with the people in Lagos of yesterday. For those who joined the afternoon analysis yesterday, if you remember the setup, I said that price broke out of this, trend line. I said I really don't see it going up straight. I said I expected it was going to come and retest the breakout. And that is exactly what has happened. Now, there is no sufficient volatility at the moment. That's why I see it's tracing backwards again. Is retracing back to retest that previous resistance turned support level. All right, on 4 hour, what except the structure changes, what is trying to form is an inverse head and shoulder, which will lead to a bigger bullish breakout. So I perceive it to still buy, but like I said, there's no sufficient volatility. That's why you can see that retracement again. So what I'll be looking at now is if price is able to break this current resistance level, then we'll see a bigger buy move on the BTC USD. In essence, what I'm saying is that if price is able to break out above, okay, that's if price is able to break above 83,000, or let's just say $84,000 per Bitcoin, then we'll see a bigger move on the BTC USD. So I still maintain a bullish outlook. Only we don't have sufficient volatility yet to push it. So I'm bullish on BTC. Okay, so Comfort Onifade, you can get in touch with me after this class. You sent a private message.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Your number,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, just a second. You can go to the WhatsApp group where you got the link to this class. I posted it. You see my picture there. To Olawale, you can see
Thank
in
you.
the chat. The WhatsApp.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so that'll be the end of this analysis session this morning. Don't forget, by 1:15 p.m. today, we're going live for CPI trading. It's going to be live, it's going to be massive. Don't miss it. You can go ahead and fund the account, reach out to your account manager, or you can reach out to me. I'll send account details to you for PU Prime. Please report that paying directly into PU Prime account, into any referral account. So you can just go ahead and reach out and get the account details and funds so they can trade with us by 1:15 p.m. And our training is still ongoing. Thursday, tomorrow, we have the last set, the last batch. We are ending a batch of training tomorrow, pardon me. And by next week Tuesday, we start the second batch of training for the month of March. If you are here to take physical training, I will encourage you to do that because you will learn a lot. It will change your game completely, make you a better and a more profitable trader. All right, that'll be the end of my analysis session. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.